Perfect.
What is up? How's it going? Welcome. BTC community, XRP community, DLT community, crypto community, Blue Crew, and all the communities out there. Guys, welcome to another DL Talk. Appreciate you tuning in. What is up, Blue Crew? Let's see who's in the chat. Appreciate you guys dropping in. Thea D saying hi, G. Blue Crew. Appreciate you tuning in, Thea D. Guys, thanks for the 3 likes and the 7 viewers jumping in on this stream, getting the YouTube algorithms working. Letting the people know what the Blue Crew's got going on over here. Guys, appreciate you tuning in. So what do we got going on in the markets? We got 39K BTC, kind of bouncing around that 4K, 39K area. We'll see if it can start surging past 40K, going into the 50K. We're definitely going to be looking at charts in this stream. We do have some fun little filler news in between. Major news for sure with Mastercard. Dissonant Shadow, what is up, my dude? Stovetop 77, good to see you. Working and lurking, happy Friday. Yes, happy Friday to all of y'all. Bones TEP, my man. The future's always bright for Bones TEP. Thanks for your constant support to the channel, my dude. Much love. Helps us out a ton, man. You know it. iFunctor first. KYC for all dexes is confirmed as well. Oh, yeah. Right? KYC, we know that's what they're trying to set up, right? With the ISO 20022 standard and the travel rule, the FATF's travel rule. We know they just want to continue to funnel everything and keep track of everything, require AML, KYC policies across these exchanges. We knew it was going to be coming, guys. We knew it was going to be coming because that's what we're asking for, right? If we, even by supporting this technology, want that transparency of the open public blockchain, this is what you're going to get, is complete transparency for the regulators as well, right? So it looks like it's going in that direction more and more, without a doubt. So really big piece of news coming out. We have to be in the crypto space. Mastercard CEO says Mastercard is angling to become the go-to for governments and private entities when testing and rolling out central bank digital currencies or stablecoins. Traditional card networks are vying to ensure their services remain at the center of new developments in digital assets, whether they be central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, or private sector stablecoins. In an earnings call on Thursday, Mastercard CEO Michael Mybeck discuss recent developments in crypto and CBDCs, making the pitch that the company was well positioned to remain a linchpin of intra and international value flows. And we've all seen this logo before, right? We've all seen this type of face associated with XRP as well. But moving forward, Mastercard has been highly productive in keeping up with innovations in the digital currency. What we believe we are doing is bringing a perspective to the market as a multi-rail payment provider. We have to be in this space because people are looking for answers. What are we doing, right? We're looking for regulatory clarity, right? We're looking to actually have a utility, a major utility use for crypto. And that's what we need. We need that regulatory clarity. So Mastercard has been highly proactive in keeping up with innovations in digital currency. give me a second, you guys. Why not? Okay, so earlier this week, the company announced a new startup engagement program as part of the Mastercard Start Path, an accelerator program aiming to support fintechs companies working with digital assets, cryptocurrency, and blockchain technology. The latest to be onboarded includes blockchain Oracle startups, Supra Oracle's blockchain infrastructure provider Stacks, digital asset firm Taurus and Mintable, and marketplace for issuing and trading NFTs. On the public front, the company has also rolled out a virtual testing environment designed to help central banks simulate issuance, distribution, and transactions of CBDCs between multiple parties. What? What freaking digital assets are they possibly using in these virtual testing environments, right? We're getting so much talk about CBDCs recently, you guys. It is insane. It's just every single day now we're hearing about CBDCs. We're like 2019, 2020, and maybe be once a week we're hearing about CBDCs, but now it's just, get ready, y'all, it's coming, right? Now we're seeing everybody's testing it. Hell, Mastercard CEO, we have to be in this space. Of course you got to be in this space if you want to use, you know, digital assets to help your businesses function at the next level, right? So on the public front, the company has rolled out a virtual testing environment designed to help central banks simulate issuance, distribution, and transactions of CBDCs between multiple parties. The platform is geared for both wholesale and retail CBDC designs and offers practical insight into how, among many other possibilities, a CBDC could be interoperable with existing payment methods and be used to pay for everyday goods and services. During the earnings call, Mybeck argued all of these countries have to make a trade-off between existing delivery of financial products and what a CBDC is solving for. Whether it's financial inclusion or cross-border payments, we have experience with all of that. And, I wonder what was the first crypto to be hyper-focused on cross-border payments. This cross-border digital currency. They say it's central bank digital currency. But I think it could also be cross-border because they love saying cross-border all the time, and that's what these central banks are looking to improve on, right? XRP Haas, what's up, my dude? Yo, what's good? I took your advice and went balls deep. Dude, I don't give advice. I'm not a pro trader. I'm not a financial advisor, and I never tell you what to do. I just bring awareness, and that is it. I'll never tell you what to do, my dude. But, you know, I love that, you know, any people that are into Osmo and all that type of stuff, man, you know, it's cool. We love Osmo, we love XRP, we love XLM, XDC, HBAR, Algorand. But yeah, man, the staking reward's really nice on Osmo, on the daily. It's at a pretty decent price at around $1. We'll see if it goes lower. I just have a hard time imagining it because that AMM is legit and there's, you know, people still using it, still staking on it, still accumulating these Osmo tokens or, you know, Ion, IRT, Iris, Atom, Regen. Guys, Regen. Fun stuff with Regen, man. I think I might have to do a deep dive on this one, but a little preview of like, just go into their website. And, you know, we know these eco-friendly solutions are definitely going to be, and the ones that are working with regulators and trying to work with, you know, these leading energy type of companies out there, or, you know, these types of initiatives. Check this out. Where are their partners right here? There we go. Some major companies: Rainforest Foundation of the US, Kiss the Ground, Farm OS. Check out Farm OS, just one of them, just a random click on one of the partners here. Farm OS on Red Hat, right? IBM's Red Hat channel. Farm OS. Open Team Agriculture, right? CNBC Special, Open Farms, Farm OS. Future of Farming. Right, so that's just one of them, but then the Rainforest Foundation is huge in third world countries. You got Carbon Sync, all these super green type of companies. Of course, Cosmos, Interchain, Yale Open Lab, the Metropolitan Water District of Southern California, Cornell University. Like some very interesting partnerships here. And this is just like one of the projects on the Cosmos ecosystem and that you can get through Osmosis Zone. I'm really liking those IBC-enabled tokens, especially since they're heavily involved with the blockchain service network that the People's Bank of China is spearheading. And, you know, the State Information Center of China that's doing a majority of research on CBDCs for the digital yuan is using the blockchain service network. And there's a hell of a consortium there for the blockchain service network. Let's just check out, like, their partners, right? Or blockchain service network. Let's just go to their website. BSN Global. Check out their partners here. You got Hyperledger, Fisco Bezos, Zuber, Riv Tower, Consensus. You got Ethereum, EOS, Tezos, Neo, Nervos, IrisNet, Algorand, Solana, ShareRing. I don't know what 33.cn is, but Oasis Foundation also built on Tendermint Consensus. Polkadot, interoperability with Atom coming very soon. Solana has partnerships with people in the Cosmos ecosystem like Akash and Terra Luna. So likely collaboration right there. Obviously, maybe perhaps because of their involvement with BSN. Casper Networks, definitely a sleeper. Findora, definitely a sleeper. This one's an interesting project for Findora right here. Cloud service providers, China Mobile, China Telecom, BaiDao AI Cloud, AWS, Google Cloud, many more. Technical partners, DAML, EOS Nation, State Information Center of China, which the PBOC is very heavily involved with. And this State Information Center is like where they're researching their locals, you know, their CBDCs, their digital yuan, right? China Mobile, China Union Pay. And I believe the reason that you aren't seeing the Cosmos ecosystem on this list, because they are involved with the BSN. IBC, inter-blockchain communication, is like heavily utilized for BSN. It's what glues all of these blockchains that are on here together, is the inter-blockchain communication layer, right? So far, a real operating inter-blockchain layer that's out there for cross-chain capabilities. And then you have IrisNet, which is like the enterprise arm to the Cosmos ecosystem. And I can't wait, because I think what's keeping IrisNet's price down is the utility is not there right now. But now that you've had IBC being released this year, and IrisNet is all about IBC being able to use their iService product, which is Interchain, which is IBC, and providing it to their Chinese, you know, enterprise partners, and who knows, perhaps more. But anyways, let's go jump at a chart right here. We got Akash just loaded really quick on here. Akash, nice pivot so far. We'll see where it can go from here. Wouldn't be surprised if it does a little bit of climbing type of action, where you get a dip down to here, bounces back up, just does a little bit of a sideways climb for some time, and then maybe around September we get that next rise up, right? Possibly even up to here. I'd say maybe 6.2 would just be a really good price for Akash, and then maybe a retracement down to its downside, back down to around $4, maybe $3, something like this, and then major pivot towards the upside if we're continuing this bull cycle, which we certainly hope we are. And you know, with big news like we have to be in the crypto space by the Mastercard CEO, that is some big stuff. XPRT persistence, one Yep, definitely love persistence. I've been trying to stack. So I hit with the Osmo staking rewards, and I'm not saying you guys have to do this or anything. I'll never tell you what to do, remember. But what I'm doing with my Osmo staking rewards at this point is just converting them into those other Cosmos ecosystem tokens, so I don't have to be using my fiat that maybe I want to be using on other cryptos like XRP, XLM, you know, some of those other ones. I can just use my Osmo, convert it into Iris, start stacking up some more Iris, start stacking up some more regen, XPRT. XPRT I think is going to be really big because, I mean, I think the creator is a relative of Sunny Agrawal, who's the creator of the Osmosis Zone and big time developer for the Cosmos ecosystem. So I think persistence is going to definitely be a major cog in the Cosmos ecosystem. It's like all these blockchains that are building on top of the Tendermint stack using the Cosmos ecosystem are fulfilling specific roles in their own right. So instead of like having one blockchain that's just trying to do all these things, it's all layer 1 blockchains that are working together to create this Web3, future, right? And they're all working in specific areas, like things like Akash, decentralized cloud, things like Sentinel, decentralized VPN, things like XPRT with liquid staking. So even if you're staking and bonding your tokens for a certain period of time on the Cosmos ecosystem or anything IBC enabled, you'll be able to do liquid staking and be able to use your, instead of just having your staking, your crypto doing nothing while you're staking it, you can actually use it, which is going to be opening a ton of possibilities. And I think XPRT is a pretty decent coin. Like, I'm not going to say it can pull a Solana, but where it's priced at now, like, let's look at XPRT really quick. $632, right? All-time high was $17, and that's without like the actual use case and the actual mainnet of persistence and like, not that much liquidity so far. Yeah, what it could do would be, what's the supply? We got to go to CoinGecko, I guess, for the supply. XPRT. So supply, max supply is 403 million. And if you go to Solana, I'm not comparing, I'm only comparing because they have a relatively similar supply amount. So 488 million here for Solana. We've seen Solana go as high as $60. But then again, Solana is like maybe perhaps a bigger or a better blockchain than what persistence is, or just is serving a better use case, or just providing more utility, whichever way you want to take it. But I think persistence is providing definitely an interesting use case, especially where how it's going to be working with the IBC and the Cosmos ecosystem. So it possibly touching $50 isn't out of the question. It just depends on how long it would take for persistence to get there. But I think from here on out and going into next year especially, I'm interested to see where persistence is then and what their liquid staking would be able to provide. You understand you just need some time to settle in your mind, keep learning about Digibyte. Marcin Hibner, I will, my man. No worries. Thanks for the shout out and awareness of Digibyte. Shout out to the Digibyte community. Do you know anything about Ion? I see they only have like 21K total in circulation, but I can't find anything about it. XRP Haas for Ion, I would go to like just check out these Cosmos or Omniflix. I think it was Omniflix that they're part of the Cosmos ecosystem as well. They got a YouTube channel of their own. I just gotta try to find it. I think it's Omniflix. Yeah, there we go. Omniflix Network. And you got to go to when they had the launch party for they had a launch party for for Osmosis Zone. For some, yeah, here it is. So in the Osmosis Zone launch party, I don't know where it is, but Sunny, just keep an eye out for what Sunny is saying. And these are all the creators who were part of the original launch. So you have IrisNet here, Jeffrey Hu, the freaking boss. You got you know, Peng Zong, like just the biggest entities in the Cosmos ecosystem participating here. But where's Sunny? Okay, so Sunny's here around the endpoint, and he talks about Ion, and he's making it. So far, there's like a really big mystery to it. I don't know why they're making it so mysterious, but maybe there's a, you know, they're saying there's a strong community behind it already building for Ion, and you know, I think of it as like the Wi-Fi. If you know of Flare Finance, you know how Wi-Fi is for Flare Finance. That's the way I see Ion for excuse me, for the Osmosis Zone and its relevance to Osmo. I think it's like the Wi-Fi to the Osmos, like YFLR or just FLR, right? That's the way I'm trying to grasp it. I think XRPT can reach $100. I mean, I was being modest, Functor, first, but I love the bullishness, my dude. Yeah, I think Akash is extremely undervalued too, and hopefully we're getting a nice pivot here towards the upside, because if we do pivot towards the upside, I mean, a $10 Akash is not out of the question, you guys. I don't think so. I mean, when it hit these highs, it was just off a lot of speculation, and you didn't have the IBC enablement. You didn't, like, around here when it started crashing, they launched on IBC. They had more, you know, exchanges that have opened up to them. They have Osmosis Zone that came out. They're going to have the freaking Gravity Dex that's coming out soon. So they had a, not a halvening, but they lowered the percentage of rewards for staking just recently as well. It was a small shift, but that's what they're planning to do, right? So Akash not looking too bad as well. Let's go to Adam, and we'll go to XRP in just a second as well. Guys, thanks for the 17 viewers and the 10 likes. Appreciate any new subs to the channel. Appreciate all of you. Thanks to the Blue Crew. Oh yeah, I got to share this this link with you, my man, so you can check it out. I'm sure they talk about more on Adam, or like I'm sure any recent interview with Sunny would be probably good to look at. Oh yeah, I found this very interesting thing here, you guys, with the World Payments Working Group virtual meeting as of October 22nd, 2020. And check who's present here. Check who's part of this. Yeah, exactly, XRP Hoss. I hear you. So check who's the attendees of this World Payments Working Group virtual meeting by the W3C. And remember, Dilla Brow said a majority of the W3C is implementing the Interledger protocol. Guys, that is basically the worldwide freaking web. So Interledger protocol, in addition to being the winner of the ISO 20022 hackathon by the Bank for International Settlements, is also being majorly implemented across the World Wide Web. The central banks are working on an antiquated system currently. The traditional financial system is not on the internet. It's not in the age of information and, you know, fast information, fast goods. We're going to get value on there. The value layer is going to be Interledger protocol. So check out the members who are here in this working payments group. You know, Worldline, FIS Global. Who else? Worldline, Visa, Discover, Stripe, Coil, right? Google, Amazon, Samsung, Google. So guys, like, this is why I say, you know, I remember in the early days too, a lot of people just, and I think a lot of people are like just taking Coil for granted, especially if you've, like, there's the people who just have no awareness of what Coil is. So then They don't see, you know, what, they don't even understand what I'm talking about right now if they don't know what Coil is. But basically, Coil was created as a major use case for Interledger Protocol and the use case for micropayments and being able to use micropayments to pay, you know, make micropayments across any website, across any piece of content on the web, right? So imagine Coil having partnerships with internet providers like the Amazon's becoming an internet provider, Google's becoming an internet provider, AT&T, you name it, right? Verizon. If they have these major partnerships with these internet providers, you're talking about being able to stream payments to all of the content that you're, you know, exploring. And now imagine with ISO 20022, with Interledger, all those streaming payments going through that funnel, and it's all transparent, right? It's all, you know, recorded onto the ledger, right? Recorded in that underlayer of the internet, which is the Interledger Protocol, the internet of value. So you see Google, Apple, right? Samsung, Google again, American Express. And if you look for, you know, just look at their topics that they're talking about: open banking, web monetization, real-time payments, wrap-up, next big step, right? And if you go to anything involving Interledger, you can see here the interlayer or Interledger rails continue to expand. We have focused more on fintechs than banks. Well, of course, because Interledger, banks are going to be collaborating with these fintechs. And Interledger is mostly focused on fintechs because Ripple is all focused on the banks. Right? Uphold, stronghold. Guys, don't sleep on SHX. Do not sleep on this crypto. SHX. I think they're definitely keeping this one quiet, but we've seen it at the ILP summits. We've seen it part of, you know, XLM's ecosystem building using the XLM ledger. Going to be very interesting to see what, I think Stronghold could definitely make some noise this year. That's for sure. This one's been sleeping for some time as well. So going back to this, guys, appreciate the support, guys. Thanks to the 14 viewers. Van Life Biker in the house. What's up, man? So then, yeah, Stronghold, right? Launched Interledger Foundation in 2020 to build the Interledger network and develop protocols further. Right? So they're talking about this with people and in the same topics, in the same realm as the whole thing is built on ISO 20022 standards. Right? This new real-time payments network is built on ISO 20022 standards. And it's going to be most likely connected with Interledger Protocol, right? I think people are I don't think they understand the impact of this and what it does for things like XRP, what it does for Coil. Let's check out Coil really quick. If you guys don't know about Coil, actually there's probably some members in here who have a Coil web extension right now and are sending this content micropayments of XRP. And it goes through our Interledger connection to our Uphold wallet. So you don't even have to think about jumping to an address, jumping to your app or anything to put in an address and decide how much you want to be donating to this channel. You could just be simply streaming with your attention, you know, streaming these micropayments of XRP or whatever I choose to receive it in or whatever I choose, you choose to pay with it, right? I think you can possibly send USD. I'm sure there's going to be more options. But the thing is, Coil is such a young, it's still in beta. Look at this. You see this? It says Coil beta. So this thing has been in beta for some time, right? For a couple of years. I'm wondering when it goes finally has a full release, full launch, what this is going to do in the future, especially since it's such a major use of Interledger Protocol and you're already seeing Coil being part of this web payments working group. And it looks like, you know, Coil being the only one right here that is heavily associated with the crypto, possibly Stripe as well with XLM. But right there, Coil, you know, big part up a company that doesn't get enough love right here, like Coil, being in the same virtual meeting as Google, as Apple, as Amazon, right? And people still don't understand what's going to be happening here with Interledger Protocol. Got to show you guys this video from Stefan Thomas, man. We got XRP Bags in the building, my man. What is up, XRP Bags? So yeah, if you guys don't know about Coil, it's definitely a cool... I'm signed up to it. I pay a monthly thing, but anybody else who's Coil enabled, I could be just sending them and rewarding them for providing me with awesome content while I'm surfing the web, right? You know, I know XRP Bags is Coil enabled, and when I watch his videos, man, we're streaming those payments to him. Right? Don't even have to think about the payments. That's what's so crazy about it, right? That's what their goal is this ubiquitous payments future where you don't even have to think about payments anymore. You're just already paying like some monthly subscription type of thing to your internet provider that's Coil enabled. Everything will be Coil Interledger Protocol enabled, and you're just sending payments for just existing, for being who you are, right? In the future, your identity is the payment. So check this out. Let me get the volume up here. Appreciate you guys tuning in. What's up, everybody? I tried to DM you on Twitter today. It said you don't accept messages. What is a good method to hit you up? Here, I'll share the Discord channel with you, my dude. Give me a second. Guys, appreciate you tuning in. Shout out to the Blue Crew. Let me get the video going while I share this link.
You've recently launched Coil.
Oh, yeah, I watch everything in 2x speed.
How does it work? You've recently launched Coil, a platform to help creators online monetize their content. How does it work?
So Coil is based on an open web standard called web monetization. And what that means is that there's a feature in the browser that allows it to pay different websites as you're browsing their content. So rather than looking at ads, maybe paying a subscription for each website you go to, this kind of allows you to go to any website out there and pay them like a small amount. Opening up.
Guys, a website is a creation, right? And imagine internet providers partnered up with Coil. Every website you go to, everywhere you go to on the web is going to have some form of streaming payments, right? That's basically what they're saying. They say content creators, right? And you think normally video creators, which is going to be a revolution as well. And the music industry, of course, and the arts industry as well. But hell, man, what does it do for news, right? That type of content, right? Where you're starting to see where people are willing to pay their attention to the most, what news articles they're reading the most because they're streaming micro payments to it, right? Think about going to a certain website and that website just getting micro payments because you're visiting their website. They created that website. They're a content creator, right? It's very crazy. I mean, micro payments to people for their information, micro payments to people for what they like to wear and what they like to buy and all these things, all traced, and thus providing an even better experience for advertisers because they know, well, you're streaming a ton of payments to this platform or to this video. We got some recommendations of maybe other videos you'd like, and it's going to very much line up with your interests because we've noticed you're willing to pay, right, to pay that much attention to this type of content. So we think you'll probably be able to do it. The suggestions that advertisers are going to have in the future and the new advertising models that are probably going to be coming in the future because of micropayments, it's going to be insane. Legendary in the house. What's up, my man? Cheers to you, dude. Yeah, I need some more coffee, that's for sure. Yo, G, what up? Always appreciate the gems. I just peeped the BIS Nexus Cross Borders platform. Any further information on this as a competitor to XRP? Actually, I believe Nexus is XRP, my dude. I believe Nexus if Nexus is compliant with ISO 20022 standards, the BIS announced Interledger Protocol, Mojo Loop, as the winner of their ISO 20022 hackathon. So if Nexus is compatible with ISO 20022 and Interledger Protocol with Mojo Loop is, the winner of that hackathon from the same organization, from the BIS Innovation Hub, then it makes sense that it's not a competitor to XRP, right? If anything, it's a different name. They love giving it just different names. They don't want to keep just saying XRP. They just keep putting different names on top of it. They can call it ISO 20022. They can call it Interledger Protocol. They can call it Ripple. They can call it Nexus. They can call it, anything in the W3C Web Payments Working Group, right? But it's all being funneled through XRP. It's all going through the ISO 20022 standard. But okay, let's keep going through here. We'll look into that just a little bit deeper in just a second, my man. But I just want to finish off with this right here.
Of the web for monetization to everybody, maybe paying a subscription for each website that you go to. This kind of allows you to allows it to pay different websites as you're browsing their content. So rather than looking at ads, maybe paying a subscription for each website that you go to, this kind of allows you to go to any website out there and pay them like a small amount. Opening up the web for monetization to everybody, rather than just giant platforms that have lots of users and lots of content. So we're hoping to kind of redistribute the web a little bit and kind of
so modest. We're kind of looking to kind of redistribute the web a little bit. Did you just hear what he said? Instead of just a majority of money going through like these very few websites, basically opening up web monetization to everyone, right? That financial inclusion, right? I don't know if you guys saw the movie Space Jam just recently, but everybody gets sucked into their cell phones into this mega event in this movie. And that's what the symbolism of financial inclusion is going to be. Everyone is going to be part of this global event of web monetization, the evolution of web monetization, right? Everyone's there. Like, look at these people in the background in this movie, right? It's like the whole world, because of this event, is there to witness this basketball game, gets sucked in through their cell phones, their tablets, their televisions, right? Financial inclusion coming very fast. So go back to this. So it's not just oligopolies anymore. It's going to be everyone's involved. And this is going to just spur a ton of innovation, right?
The web for monetization to everybody, rather than just giant platforms that have lots of users and lots of content. So we're hoping to kind of redistribute the web a little bit and kind of make it easier for independent websites to compete with the larger sites.
So where's Coil available right now?
By the way, this guy.
So Coil is available worldwide.
This guy, Stefan Thomas, had his first business at 13 years old. At 13 years old, this guy was running a business. Insane. Freaking prodigy, man. Creator of Interledger Protocol, which is going to most likely revolutionize the internet of value, the internet of payments. Remember, Ripple themselves said Interledger Protocol is bigger than Ripple. And RippleNet, super focused on banks. Interledger Protocol focused on everything. All the money, right? As we saw with Evan Schwartz saying. Okay.
Right, to anybody with a credit card. And then if you're a creator, you can get paid out using any Interledger enabled wallet. Right now there's US dollar options, so you can withdraw to a US bank account, and there are XRP options, but we expect that to expand in the future.
So you've recently
are XRP options, but withdraw to a US dollar option.
To any US bank with Interledger Protocol, Coil isn't getting sued by the SEC. Interledger isn't getting sued by the SEC. And we know Ripple's going to be on the right side of history regardless. But they're already access to U.S. banks. Did you see that? Through Coil. With Interledger Protocol.
Any Interledger enabled wallet. Right now there's US dollar options, so you can withdraw to a US bank account, and there are XRP options, but we expect that to expand in the future.
So you've recently announced a partnership with Imager. What's the goal of this partnership?
We're trying to establish a new web standard, web monetization. And
we're trying to establish a new web standard of web monetization. World Payments Working Group, or Web Payments Working Group, you guys. October 22nd, 2020. Lots of stuff went down underneath the surface in 2020, and this one being one of them. and Coil being right there in the same freaking room as Stripe, Discover, Visa, Worldline, Google, Amazon, Apple, Samsung, American Express.
In order to do that, you need to reach.
What's the goal of this partnership?
We're trying to establish a new web standard, web monetization. And in order to do that, you need to reach a lot of people and you need adoption for the standard. And so Imager is going to be a great partner in terms of like bringing this to a larger audience, explaining what it's all about, and giving more people access to it.
What kind of feedback are you getting from these creators that are using your platform so far?
What we hear from creators is that it's really hard to monetize your content. And when you do, you're very dependent on the platforms that you use, because they have all the users, they have a huge amount of content already, so they hold all the cards. And so as a creator, this is kind of an open alternative to that. You can be on a smaller site and still anyone that supports the standard will be able to pay you. So it really kind of opens up the space for smaller creators, for independent creators.
So anyone who supports the standard can pay you. Already talking as if Interledger Protocol is the standard in web payments, as if Coil is the standard in web payments using Interledger Protocol. Guys, imagine, you don't even have to download this web extension. I mean, of course, a web extension is a great step for, adoption of Coil on these browsers. But now imagine if your just internet provider itself is just streaming payments no matter what. Right? You don't even have to jump through the hoop of getting this internet extension and doing these sign-ins. You're already using through your internet provider, right? He's going to be probably bringing this up as well very soon. But talking about using the standard for web payments on people's websites, all types of websites, all types, the internet of value, Interledger Protocol, Coil being a massive initiator of those micropayments, those ubiquitous payments.
What's your greater vision for Coil?
Yeah, our hope is that one day the standard will be so ubiquitous that most websites will support it, and then maybe it's even like bundled with your internet connection. So rather than having a separate subscription, part of that package is money that can help content creators and websites. And so rather than getting paywalls everywhere, getting ads everywhere, having to get subscriptions for different sites, maybe it's all kind of bundled together and you can use whatever you want across the web. Support it. And
that's such an important last statement. If you want to understand where the vision of this is going, listen very carefully to what this guy just said. Very carefully.
So ubiquitous that most websites. Yeah, our hope is that one day the standard will be so ubiquitous that most websites will support it.
So the standard will be so ubiquitous that most websites will support it because it's going to be the ISO 20022 standard, the Interledger Protocol standard, the Internet of Value, the value layer to the internet. So this standard is going to be across all websites. He says most websites, He speaks very modestly. Like, he gives you some bullishness for sure, but he very, very like good poker face guy, man. Like Stefan Thomas, super, very business, like cool dude, but very, very straightforward and kind of cryptic sometimes.
And then, maybe it's even like bundled with your internet connections, or rather
bundled with your internet connections.
Then, maybe it's even like bundled with your internet connections. So rather than having a separate subscription, part of that package is, money that can help content creators and websites. And so rather than getting paywalls everywhere, getting ads everywhere, having to get subscriptions for different sites, maybe it's all kind of bundled together.
Like
and you can use whatever you want across the web.
And you can use whatever you want across the web. Guys, just imagine like how he's already like chopping down all those hoops that you would have to go through. Paywalls, ads, subscription models, all that type of stuff. Like all those hoops that, kind of prevent us from finally getting to what we want to get to, which is straight to the content, right? That's really what we want with even these streaming channels. And we have to kind of remember all these emails, all these passwords and everything, having to log in and out of these platforms. What if you just, since you're supporting this standard or your internet provider is supporting this standard and it has your information already, you can just go to all of these websites, all of these streaming platforms without having to jump through all these hurdles of setting up a monthly subscription plan and all this stuff. You can just have these ubiquitous payments where you're paying your attention on. That's where the money is going. not where, you know, you have a Netflix account and you only use it, you know, once a week, and yet you're paying this monthly subscription for your Netflix account. And then you also have this, you know, Disney. And then this is just for streaming stuff, right? Talk about Spotify, talk about, you know, the platforms on the internet, all the content on the internet, your news articles like the New York Times, all this stuff. So many passwords and login information and all this stuff you got to remember. We just want to get straight to the freaking content, right? Work until I die in the house, my man. What is up, dude? Let me get the sound down here. I don't want to blow your ears with the music. But guys, appreciate you tuning in. Shout out to the Blue Crew. You guys are amazing. Lady Enigma in the house. What's up, Lady Enigma? Good to see you. Tony O-Face in the house. Guys, thanks to the 19 likes, the 22 viewers. Appreciate you guys tuning in. So if you guys want to check out that video a little bit more, here you go. And so how this all comes together with Coil and the BIS, the Bank for International Settlements, and maybe it delves into Nexus. We'll look into Nexus for sure. So the BIS, ISO 20022 hackathon winner. I just have to type that down, right? Oh yeah, Binance Innovation Hub and Swift. I forgot to say, Swift also announced this, guys. Even better, I forgot to mention that. Swift also has announced this. And the winners were chosen, keep in mind, look who's part of this. Chosen by a panel of included experts from the Bank of England, the Committee on Payments and Market Infrastructures, DBS Bank in Singapore, the ECB, which we follow their Big Bang migration schedule to ISO 20022 very closely, European Central Bank, the Federal freaking Reserve System, the UK's Innovate Finance, the new payments platform, Payments Canada, Swift, and Sweden's Swish. And look who were the winners, and the one that's the main winner right here, Mojo Loop. Mojo Loop won for its solution for using ISO 20022 to bridge the last mile and bring cross-border payments to users in emerging market economies who rely on mobile money transfer systems. And you want to know who the Mojo Loop, how the Mojo Loop was founded and who supports the Mojo Loop, right? I'm just going to type down create Mojo Loop, right? Oh, here, wait a second. Let me put Ripple there. So, head of social impact from Ripple, Mojo Loop Foundation Director Ken Weber, right? Mojo Loop, Ripple's post in 2020 about Mojo Loop, creating a more financially inclusive future. Ripple's founding vision is to enable the world to move value more like information does today, a concept we refer to as the Internet of Value. Creating economic fairness and opportunity for unbanked and vulnerable populations is Ripple's highest social impact priority. Right? So achieving universal financial inclusion is not a new aspiration, but a mission that many organizations, including Ripple, have been working towards for years. There has been significant progress, systemic barriers. The penetration of mobile phones and digital wallets are increasing dramatically, enabling greater access to financial mobile applications. However, the fact still remains that today's global financial system does not equitably meet the needs of the 1.7 billion unbanked population. This is where Mojo Loop Foundation comes in. Mojo Loop is a powerful open source software platform that promises to improve the interoperability of payment systems, making it easier and more affordable to send, receive money, especially in emerging markets. Ripple has been involved with the foundation, providing technical advice and engineering support. Ripple is joining the Mojo Loop as a sponsor member, and we are proud to continue our partnership with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation to collaborate on the fellow Mojo Loop sponsorship members, including Coil Technologies, Google, in working towards a more inclusive future where everyone, everywhere can access digital financial services needed to connect the global economy, right? If you go to the leadership here, or is it the leadership? Give me a second. Yeah, you got Coil here. You got Bill and Melinda Gates, their technical governing board. Coil, Adrian Hope Bailey, who we saw earlier, was part of this World Payments Working Group. Here's Adrian Hope Bailey, Coil, right? Miller Abel from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. You got Google right here. You got NETBOX. You got the Monetary Authority of Singapore, right? You got some others in here as well, though. The Rockefeller Foundation, Ripple, right? Next billion users, Africa, Google. Wow, man. Mojo Loop Foundation right here, but let's see who the members are. And check this out, right? Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Google, NETBOX, Monetary Authority of Singapore, the Rockefeller Foundation, and I think Dwala is also involved, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Dwala unlocks real-time payments, right? BIS, ISO 20022 hackathon submission. Oh, wait a sec. That's not it. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, Dwala partners with the Gates Foundation to create payment system. Yeah, very simple. But Dwala was one of the 5 fintech developers who worked on the software called Mojo Loop, right? Let me see if I got this thing here. Give me a second, you guys. I'm trying to see if I can find it. Yeah, ISO 20022 hackathon winner, right? And if you look at where Dwala is, where are they? Oh, Dwala isn't on this, but this is a big group to keep in mind of. But Dwala is partnered with MX, and MX is on this list right here. There's MX right here. But we also know RippleNet Steering Committee has Bank of America and some others. But this FDX, the Financial Data Exchange, very good to be aware of the people who are on here and how a lot of them are involved with Ripple in some way, shape, or form. But going back to Mojo Loop, you have Dwala being part of it, right? So then Adrian Hope Bailey, Coil being involved with that as well. So you're already seeing how this vision's coming together with what Coil is doing. Involvement, sponsor member of Mojo Loop Foundation, right? Winner of the ISO 20022 hackathon for the Bank for International Settlements, right? And what did we just see there, right? Where is it? Didn't we just see it? Oh, I probably skipped it, but we saw, you know, how they won that the Bank for International Settlements, you know. Oh yeah, right here. You know, the panel, the Bank of England, Bank of Singapore, European Central Bank, Federal Reserve System, SWIFT, Payments Canada, right? What do you guys think is going to happen, man? This is the narrative that's being pulled together right here. Alchemist in the house. Gary, are you listening? Yeah, one person. I hear you, Tony O-Face. I hear you, my man, but this is what they're doing. Yeah, we should be called ISO Crew for sure. It should just be the ISO Crew now. But it's crazy, right, you guys? It's insane seeing this. But, oh, give me a second. Give me a second, you guys. Sorry, gotta close the door there. But anyways, yeah, guys. Really excited for what the future of XRP is going to bring. Really excited for the future of Coil. Interledger Protocol, ISO 20022, and the applications, any cryptos or blockchains that are working with Interledger Protocol in some way, shape, or form, or ISO 20022. Very excited. Good to see XRP there at the 74-cent range. We're going to go check out XRP's chart and then be wrapping it up, you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for another DL Talk. Always interesting with the Blue Crew, that is for sure. Thanks to the 15 viewers, 22 likes. Thanks for any new subs to the channel. Come on. Come on. So right here, it looks like XRP is hitting still that overhead resistance range. Give me a second. There we go. So you see, we've hit this overhead resistance before. Failed to treat it as support. We broke out of it, but on the way down, once we treated it, had a chance to treat it as support, we did pivot, but then it dipped just under, and we've been going sideways for a bit right here, but hopefully we got a double bottom situation going on here, and that means hopefully creating a higher high for XRP, hopefully going towards August. First week, second week of August, we'll see what ends up happening, you guys, but it could be exciting times because we could be close to $1 right there per XRP. And that would be your next level of resistance right there, is that psychological resistance of $1 XRP. Eric Jenkins in the house. Cryptoholic. Cheers to you guys. Link is the star today. Yeah, shout out to Link as well. Chainlink's going to do some things as well. It's got a major involvement with a blockchain service network too. They're the leading decentralized Oracle crypto right now, without a doubt. There's like far and away ahead of a lot of other decentralized Oracle cryptos. But anyways, guys, still doing pretty well on the fibs right here. Long term, go from the beginning of the run towards the top. Find your retracement area. Right there, perfect pivot around the 78.6, deep retracement zone. Could we go lower? Sure. I would think 30 cents is probably your way oversold and testing long-term support trends right there. So it is a possibility, but so far so good. Hitting that resistance line though, so there's going to be some interesting decisions to be made, because if we break out past this and close above it, I think $1 is in the cards, possibly for XRP very soon. And then the journey back up and continuation hopefully towards the all-time highs. But anyways, guys, we know good things coming for the crypto space, because Mastercard, all these institutions, central banks saying we have to be in the crypto space. Get ready for some good times, everybody. Guys, shout out to the Blue Crew. Much love to everybody. Thank you, BTC community, XRP community, Ethereum community, DLT community, crypto community, Blue Crew, and all the communities out there. The future is distributed ledger technology, and the future is bright. Our future is bright. Much love, Blue Crew. See you guys soon. Adios.